Megan, look at that. It only took me about 15 or 20 minutes to get all the way back to you. What's the name of the arrow between cost of goods sold and the income statement? Adjusted cost of goods sold, okay? So, Katie, what would be the journal? Oh, let me ask this first. Every arrow is a what, Katie? I'm sorry? You missed that day? A journal entry. That is that's a day you want to go watch the videos for. That's a good day to watch the videos for, because we're going to see them again in about a week and a half. So ECTA, what is the journal entry to recognize cost of goods manufactured? What would be the journal entry? What would we debit and what would we credit? Can you see the arrow? Do you have your handy handouts? You need to scooch one way or the other so you can share handy handouts with somebody. Holden, do you have your handy handouts? What's the journal entry for cost of goods manufactured? You know where it is? Which arrow? There it is. Yes. So what's the journal entry? A debit to what and a credit to what?
It's a debit to finished goods and a credit from work in progress.
Precisely correct. Exactly correct. That was easy. Yeah. Just because when you're doing the T accounts, we just follow the arrow brick road. We just follow the arrow brick road, and every arrow is a journal entry. And so you just got to check out the entry. Where's it coming from? Work in process. So we're crediting work in process, and we're debiting finished goods, which is where the arrow goes to. It's just that easy. And you just wrote a journal entry without even really having to think about it very hard, which is always the best way to write journal entries as far as I'm concerned. Who wants to think about them too hard? So how many T accounts are there, Nick? 7. Okay. Magnificent 7. It's a great movie. Check it out. Especially, I mean, if you got Netflix, you know, download it, or not download it, stream it and watch it, you know, at least streaming version of Netflix. I feel like I'm trying to talk too fast and then stumbling over words. But we get to cover more material when I talk fast, right? What else? Oh! Requisitioned. Tell me which arrow would be used to describe stuff that's requisitioned.
Which arrow or which arrows?
Yes. ECTA should know, though, because ECTA asked me about this when we did this problem.
All the credit from direct material, direct labor, and overhead manufacturing costs.
No, it is not, but you're warned. Kristen, do you know? Robina, you know anything about that word, requisitioned? ECTA, you should know. Do you remember? Because you're the one I explained the word for. ECTA asked a question, and I told you what requisitioned means. Rubina? Ooh, that's not a happy-looking face.
It's not ringing a bell.
ECTA? I'm sorry? Not required, but that's really close. Requested. Requisition requested. Who would request materials? If you look in the problem, I do believe, look at the very last number, the second column, right side column. What is requisitioned? Direct materials. Materials are requisitioned. Who would request materials? The people who are working. Physically, where are the people working located in the T accounts? In work in process. They're kind of hiding out in work in process. And so those people in work in process are saying, we want materials. We want materials, right? That's what they're saying. Although they might have, you know, wrenches and stuff and it's making more noise. We want materials. And so they're in work in process saying, bring us some more materials. And they're requesting it. And so the big word that gets used in these problems is requisitioned. Okay, materials are requisitioned. I'm sorry? We want materials. Who would say that? The people, the direct laborers and work in process. Sir?
Is it just materials?
Yes, it is. That's why you were warm but not scalding hot. Because it is just materials and it is not direct labor and manufacturing overhead. Precisely correct. Okay. Oof. Anything else on the T accounts, Tony, that I need to? Oh, I know a good question to ask you. When we're creating that income statement down there, is it an absorption costing income statement format or a variable costing income statement format? Why do you say that? Excuse me. Why do you say that? Cost of goods sold. Which of the two income statement formats has cost of goods sold? The absorption costing income statement format has cost of goods sold. So we are creating an absorption costing income statement format when we do that there. Okay? Very good. Now what? What should I be talking about now, Brittany? Oh, awesome. What is the goal of a business to make a profit? So we must be talking about break even, right? Although the label at the top says CVP. What does CVP stand for, Tyler? Cost, volume, profit analysis, also known as break even. Very good.